Hey guys, it's Grade. Another video for you. This is gonna be on scepters, right? What scepters is good? Do you really need a +5? Does it really have to be 69 increased damage, plus 21 crit chance, +5? You know, all the bells and whistles. So like, if you have, whatever mods, what does it actually do to your DPS? How does it actually change your DPS? And is it worth it to drop, 200 divines on a mirror scepter or whatever? Can you spend your currency elsewhere to give you a better damage increase, right? So I'm going to cover that. Let's go first look at our minions. Right, my basic attack for these guys, 91k. Well, this is my full setup, right? This is my full end game setup, level 40 minions. You can look at it right here. Average damage DPS is 91. Right, this is my crit chance, crit damage bonus, and this is the scepter I'm running. 34% increased spirit, 69 increased damage, additional physical damage, 21% increased crit chance, +5. Now, if you look at this on trade, there's nothing like this, right? I got super lucky and I bought this scepter for 10 divines, if you could believe that. I'm pretty sure I have it somewhere recorded on a stream. But so yeah, what happens if you replace it and I put in this scepter? If you look at this one, all it's got is +5, 15% increased attack speed, and 22% increased spirit. Now the spirit roll's kind of low, right? But we're talking about, let's say the spirit rolls were the same, +5 minions, and then the other attributes, right? So let's go see how that changes. 91.8k DPS. Put this guy in here. Let's see if I can just look at it like this. 88.3k, right? Not that much. What is that, like a 5k difference? Let's check it again. 88.3. Put in my endgame one. 91.8. So that's like a 3k difference. 3k difference in DPS. And you know the price and difference of these scepters? I bought this scepter. I bought this scepter on stream for the other video. I got this for 1 divine. This is a 1 divine scepter versus a, 10 divine scepter, 10 plus the divine scepter. So right there, you can kind of see it. Is it worth it to pay 10 divines for this? If you can get a 1 divine scepter that gives you a similar DPS increase. Now there's a little bit of more nuance to it. Some mods are way better than others because some mods represent multiple sapphire jewels worth of multiple sapphire jewels worth of attack increase. Like if you look at this guy, I think attack speed is the king of mods on your scepters because 15% increased attack speed. The passive nodes that are on the tree are only 3%. Sapphire jewels, they only go as high as 4%. So this guy, 15% increased attack speed, is equal to equivalent of 3 max rolled attack speed sapphire jewels. That's a lot. 3 whole sapphire jewels worth of attack speed on a scepter. So if I'm buying scepters, I think attack speed, you should roll looking for attack speed, right? But we'll go into that. Because this one doesn't have attack speed. It has 21% increased critical hit chance. That's about 1 sapphire jewel worth of critical hit chance. The increased damage, 70% almost. That's a lot, right? So increased damage for sapphire jewels is what, 15? But why is the difference so little, right? To be honest, I don't know why. But this is just to show you the difference. I would probably always go for attack speed if I had a choice. And then I have this scepter right here. This is the 50 Exalt Scepter. +4, 30% increased attack speed, 16%, 30% increased attack damage, 16% increased attack speed. God damn, this phone is exploding. Okay. Yeah, +4. So if we look at it, right, 91. Put this guy in here. I also lose a level because they're level 39. So 82k. 82k. Right, I went down basically 9k DPS. But the scepter's also... Jesus Christ. This scepter is also only 50x. The 50x scepter for this guy. So you can see how the scepter is not like the thing that'll make your build. I mean, yeah, it'll give you spirit. You want that. It'll give you plus minion levels. You definitely want that. But focusing on like, 100% increased attack damage, that kind of a thing. Not really as big of a necessity as you would think. So in terms of shopping for gear, you can get away with something like this. Like, this is nice. This Malice Scepter, 15% increased attack speed plus 5 for one divine, right? Just one whole divine. And I'm almost at 90k. Obviously, I got, you know, +3 on the helmet, you know, +4 on the trench timber. You're like trying to get, you know, your minion level increases in all these areas. But this is just to go to show that, like, if you're gonna spend 30 divines on like a scepter, you're probably better off going one divine here, and then honestly getting a bulk of some good jewels. The good jewels are gonna cost a lot. Like, I got these jewels early in the league, so I don't know what they would cost now. Like this one, this jewel right here is out of control. This is crit damage, crit chance, and increased damage. All very high rolled. And I got these from buying it and then just slamming it with divines. I think I bought it for like 2 divines and I slammed it with 5. So total cost is like 7. Still a lot, but you know, you could probably, if you get lucky, like I have some here that are perfectly rolled, like are as close to perfect, like this guy. And I slammed these with like just one or 2 divines, and I bought this thing for like I don't know, 100 exalts or something like that back in the day. And then you just look up the most lowest rolled ones and then just just divine them. Just gamble that way. I think that's the best way if you wanted to save some money. But yeah, so back to the scepter thing, right? See, so just to go to show, we'll look at some scepters right here. I have some scepters loaded up. So this is the stats for mine that I have. If you search, there's like nothing. 0 scepters. I have to take out... What? What's happening? Weird. There was 0 scepters. Oh, look at this. All this is +5 and spirit. And not bad. 100 exalts. Right? That's it. But right now we're looking for attack speed. Look at this guy. 34, 15, +5, 22 intelligence. Also 1 divine. And this is literally the same as the other one that was giving me 88k DPS. Yo, Dave, what up, bro? Welcome in. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah. See, like right here, this is like a good one to have. 15% increased attack speed. 1 divine. Once you start to put in, like, you know, increased damage, 600, 2 right here. How you been? Oh, I've been good, bro. Just trying to make some videos. Let's see here. Attack speed. If you don't put anything down, then it starts to pop up. 15 divines. This is not, you know, not worth it. Hang on 1 second. Pause. I'm back. So where do we leave off? So those are the scepters, right? Different prices. You can get away with finding some really good scepters. This is not going to have, you know, every single perfect roll. All the increased damage with attack speed. Attack speed and damage is actually the ones that are priced a lot. You know, 15 divines and stuff like that. But like we saw, me just having this scepter on compared to the one that only has attack speed, as its only mod with spirit, it's only a difference of like 4k DPS, right? So where is all that DPS coming from? A large part of it, like 60k or so, is coming from jewels. Sapphire jewels. So let's take all my sapphire jewels out. Right? Bear with me, I'm on controller. They haven't fixed this. I don't know why. Let's take all these out. Got quite a bit of jewels. And then we're gonna look at basically how much these jewels cost. Right? Is it worth spending, you know, 15 divines on a scepter? Or is it better to spend on jewels? And how much are these jewels even going to cost you? So, all right. So all the jewels are out. I'm leaving the grand spectrums. I'm from 91 to 64. Right? So right around 30k. 30k DPS. Doesn't seem a lot, right? Minion levels, obviously, when I put the +4 on, I went down 10k. So minion level's gonna be the biggest thing, right? But those are also the most expensive. Trench timbers, I got this for 48. I got this helmet for, I think, 15. So, but all these jewels. So if you look at these jewels, it's 15% increased damage, crit chance, damage bonus, you know, energy shield, crit chance, crit damage, like high rolls, right? Almost pretty much maxed. I got max on crit damage, 17%, crit chance, 17% max energy shield. So how much do these cost? If you're looking for all really high rolls, it's gonna cost a lot. Each one is gonna be like, I don't know, 8 divine, something like that. But let's check. So I have some of this pulled up. Right, just jewels. So I'm looking at crit chance, crit damage, and max energy shield. Right, low rolls, 30 exalts. This guy's 30 exalts. And yeah, it's, you know, half the way. But look at this. Crit chance 19, 15 crit damage, critical hit damage bonus. That's pretty good for 30 exalts, man. That's a lot cheaper than when I was buying him and slamming him. So what I would recommend is you find one, right? The cheapest one if you're planning to slam it, and just slam it. Some of these you'll find it with pretty decent rolls. All right, 150. Maybe that might be a little bit, we're starting to get up there. I like to run my energy shield ones with at least 17 on it. So let's see how crazy this is going to get. Let's say we do 20, 17, 17. Right, for an acceptable jewel. 7 divines. So each of these guys are like 7 divines, essentially. 7 to 10 divines. Right here, next one's 10 divines. Right, so if your budget's not that great, I swear it's a lot better to just buy that sucker for 50 divines like we had. Or, sorry, 50 divines, 50 exalts, 30 exalts. Remember, uncorrupted, right? Don't get it corrupted. Uncorrupted 30 exalts, and then slam it. I guarantee you slamming it with 3 is going to give you better energy shield. Yeah, I mean, you're going to... Maybe you win some, you lose some, you know, whatever. But that's what I did. That's what I did to get a lot of the really good jewels that I have. I never bought any of those triple perfect rolls. I always slammed them. Like even looking at this one. Energy shield, damage, attack speed. Right? 50, 60. That's 2 right there. You know? Say around 5 divines each. So you're going to have to run around throwing away 15 divines on slamming. But I mean, 15 divines or 5 divines worth of slams, that's about how many chaos trials? Right? You grind some chaos trials, get some currency, and then gamble. Unfortunately, that's really the only way to do this. You kind of have to gamble. I mean, that's what I did. I literally bought them for 1 divine, slammed them with 3, and ended up with like a 10 divine value jewel. It also can be kind of like a lucrative way of making currency. If you want to make some currency, you find any of these inefficiencies in the market for any build, like super low rolls, hit it with a divine, and you can get lucky. You'd be surprised how lucky you get too. So yeah, that's my recommendations anyway. If you're kind of tight, try to maximize your value for what you got. Instead of paying 15 to 20 divines for 50% increased spirit and all that other stuff, I'd really take a serious look at, like, you know, just hit 1 divine, get attack speed, get +5 minions, get a decent amount of spirit on it. I always try to shoot for 34 spirit just because that's the value I've always had when I was leveling. So I just try to keep it that much so I can have the same amount of minions, and then just upgrade from there. Remember, it's just as long as you're hitting those breakpoints of whatever you need to finish whatever you're trying to do, that's really what matters. And, you know, there's no way in hell, bro, we're paying 200 divines for stuff. Hell no. But I am working on trying to get a last flame from Trilosecma. Those guys sell for 300. So if you get lucky with something like that, I mean, there's your 200 divine build right there. But yeah, have a good one, guys. Peace out. Bye.